everyone, I hope you're all going well. Sadly, I don't have many trips planned for 2025, but luckily I've got plenty of photos and videos from traveling in 2024 to look back on, which I will be sharing with you today. Because I was in Chiang Mai alone with no car, I decided to pay a little bit extra to book a guided tour to Skyline Jungle Lodge. This also included hotel pickup and drop-off, which made my life so much easier. When we arrived, I saw what had to be one of the most beautiful windows I had ever seen in a toilet. As a matter of fact, I don't think I had ever been into a bathroom that had a toilet right next to the window. We then met up with a guide who helped us get into our safety gear. He also offered us a photo and video package, which I was so grateful for because as a solo traveler, sometimes I'm way too anxious to ask other people to take photos and videos of me. The Skyline Jungle Lodge has 24 platforms and 14 zip lines, and the scenery is absolutely stunning. I am not going to lie, I did get a bit nervous at first because it's been so long since I've been ziplining, but luckily we started off on a shorter platform, so I would have some time to get used to it again before going on a higher and longer zip line.
Let's go.
So I can just go first?
You go first. Roll at me.
Once again, I cannot stress enough how glad I am that they offered a photo and video pack. I can't remember the exact price, but it was very reasonable, and I'll also be including some extra photos and videos to show how beautiful the scenery was. After we finished all the zip lines, we went to ride the giant swing, which was less than a 5-minute walk away. As compared to the zip lines, this was much more chill and slow paced. Once again, I have to express my appreciation for how beautiful this area is. It was such a lovely getaway from the busy city, and I really hope to be able to do something like this again soon. After riding the giant swing, it was time for us to go luge karting, which I have never actually done before in my entire life. And this was the footage I got at the beginning. And it wasn't until I reached the finish line that I realized my camera wasn't filming this entire time. But I did not stay sad for long because we were then driven to a nearby restaurant for a delicious dinner to end the day. And I will be sure to get an early night because I've got a big day tomorrow.
The next morning.
So once again I woke up very early in the morning to get picked up to a regional part of Chiang Mai. Today I was going to Mae Tung district, which took just over an hour to drive to. The first activity we had was trekking through the jungle, and I was advised to just take my small handheld camera instead of my usual one, hence why the video quality isn't as good. Nonetheless, I still had a great time because of how extremely friendly and intelligent our guide was. She was very well informed on a biodiversity of the area. For example, she introduced us this plant known as a sensitive plant, which retracts when it is touched and will take approximately 5 minutes to reopen.
Some leaf that blow like this, for the local people around here, they use for fishing. Because inside like the worm before the butterfly. They stay here before.
She was very experienced in the jungle and could point out many things that we barely noticed, such as poisonous mushrooms and little holes that tarantulas were digging. Because of Chiang Mai's tropical climate, we got to see plenty of butterflies, moths, and dragonflies along the way. After having a quick moment to relax after the walk, we were driven down to the river where we would be tubing. Our guide gave us some beer, and of course as an Australian I could not resist it. It was my first time ever trying beer in Chiang Mai, and honestly I quite enjoyed it. It was such a lovely atmosphere. We were leaning back, drinking beer on our tubes, our guide played some music, and we were able to see beautiful mountains and even some elephants. Last but definitely not the least, we walked a few minutes to a little waterfall that we were allowed to slide down. And while I was too afraid of losing my camera to film the slide down, my guide was nice enough to help take this video of me going down. Unfortunately, that was our last activity of the day before we had to head back into the city of Chiang Mai. I had such a lovely time, and if you are ever thinking about visiting Chiang Mai, I would 100,000% recommend it. So that brings us to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a great day.